This video is meant to be for entertainment purposes only. It's only a theory proposed by astrophysicists and quantum mechanics called quantum immortality. Keep an open mind and check it out. Let me know what you think. Okay, so what is quantum immortality? And how many of you will even have an open mind enough to give this theory a chance or believe in it in the slightest? Me, myself, I truly believe I've been dealing with this since I was a teenager, but I'll get into that here in a minute. Quantum immortality is a theory proposed by astrophysicists and quantum mechanics that states when we die, our conscience transfers to another reality and continues on. But you would never perceive that death. You would just wake up from a dream, continue about your day. But sadly, your family and loved ones would know you as dead in their reality. In your new reality, there will be slight differences, such as what they say where deja vu and the Mandela effect comes from. Okay, so back to why I originally started this video. I feel like I've been dealing with this for years, and my first feeling of thinking that I possibly died was in 2008 when I was 18. I had just got my license. I was only driving for about a month. It was about 3 a.m. and I was leaving a friend's house. I was sober though. So I'm driving down the road and I see this red flashing light. Mind you, there's no cars on the road at all. I'm pulling up, thinking in my mind, do I gotta stop or just yield or what? And it hit me at the last second that it's a yellow light that you do a yield and caution, look both ways. So I decided to stop. As I chose to stop at that four-way, a semi come flying through with no back trailer park but just the front, doing probably 30-40 miles an hour, and it would have hit me directly. It would have collided with me perfectly on point. And I'll never forget thinking, out of all the last 5 minutes that went by and I ain't seen no vehicles, that truck just so happened to be right there and would have ended my life. And I was sitting there thinking about how creepy it was that split-second choice made me think that. Well, now that I've recently learned about quantum immortality, I've been thinking, what if there was a timeline where I did decide to keep going and die? My second experience was in 2011. I actually posted another video about this on my story times. And I was drinking with some friends. We was in the gated community. We was going to leave. My buddy didn't realize we were still in the gated community. We had the music up. He was wearing sunglasses, dancing, whatnot. I put my seatbelt on, told him to do that, reminded him we was in a gated community. He went to put his seatbelt on, lost control of the car, doing about 30. We fishtailed, we hit a big ass oak tree. I seen a big bright flash. Airbag went off, knocked me out for about 5 seconds. Woke up to the horn blaring, smoke filling up the car under the stereo, coming out from under the stereo. People were screaming, calling 911, filming it. The cops came, ambulance came. They had to use the jaws of life to open up his side. He slept for that whole night. He didn't wake up till the following morning. It was a whole ordeal. And I remember laying in my bed thinking, when that airbag went off and we hit that tree, did I die and wake up and just continue going? But at that time, I didn't even know what quantum immortality was. And it was still in the back of my mind thinking, like, once again, is there a timeline where I died and instead just happened to survive in this timeline? My third experience, I was going through a lot of mental health stuff, substance and alcohol abuse. I had known I was coming up on a court date, going to prison soon. I started using again, and I ended up waking up in a hospital to them telling me that they almost lost me. And I'll never forget waking up thinking how nothing was the same. My handwriting was different, my personality was different, my memories was different. I've been with the same woman for 18 years. We got 3 kids. We're very close. To this day, I say things to her that makes me wonder how she thinks of things differently and remembers things differently. And to be 100% honest, the closest people to me sometimes do not feel like the exact same people that they once were, almost like they're clones or something. I mean, I love them very much. They're still my family, but it's just something is not right. It's like I'm in a different timeline with a different version of everybody that I still know and still love, but it's just not the same. So that was my other experience right there. I feel like I actually died to where my family would have had to go to my funeral and everything in that reality when I would have been found dead. But to my consciousness, I was able to just wake up and continue on in another timeline. This last experience has happened in the last 7 months since I've been home. The whole time I've been home, I've been in recovery though, so it wasn't nothing that could have put my life at risk like before. It was possibly something that I could have did to myself. I was going through more mental health stuff. I was diagnosed with PTSD, anxiety, depression, and night terrors, given medication from a psychiatrist. Well, I was thinking about unaliving myself because I felt like the whole world was just crashing down on me, and I just couldn't cope with feeling like everything is so different, and plus transitioning from coming home from prison, things me and my girl was going through and whatnot. Well, the idea that I had when I had that stupid thought, it would have been a fast experience. I'll just put it that way. It would have been something that I probably wouldn't even have realized I did. It would have been so fast. Well, the last thing I remember was thinking those bad, evil thoughts. And then I woke up on the couch at 4 in the morning. I was confused. Now, when I sat up, I felt like everything around me just kind of faded into a reality, like Matrix or something. But that, you could say that's just because I was tired and waking up. That makes sense. But when I went upstairs and woke my girl up at 4 a.m. and I said, babe, what's going on? Like, what happened last night and why am I on the couch? She's like, oh, I came home and you look so peaceful sleeping. I just let you sleep. So I started apologizing about the night before, telling her sorry that I said what I said and this and that. And she literally said that none of it happened, that I dreamed it all, that I concocted it in my imagination dreaming or whatever. That blew me away thinking about that, because I'm sitting there like not understanding how she's saying that none of that happened, but I know I remembered it. And they also say with quantum immortality, you will have like a little bit of a time gap, which gives the universe enough time to put things together, strings of code and whatever, to make your next reality exactly the same. And they say that you will have just this little bit of amnesia where you just kind of don't remember, but then you snap into it. I'm not sure, y'all. Like, I didn't make this theory up. This is something that astrophysicists truly believe. I want to say Neil deGrasse Tyson is one of them who stands by this, and Elon Musk believes that we live in a simulated matrix. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe this stuff isn't real. But then again, this could explain why we don't know anything about death and why people say certain things about near-death experiences. If you look this stuff up, there's millions of people, if not more, in the world who stand by this and believe in this from their own experiences. So I'm open to people telling me what they think. Constructive criticism is cool. Let me know if you've experienced anything like this or if you believe it's possible. If anyone comments or says any dumb shit, though, I'm just going to ignore you. But I am open to people giving me their unfiltered, unsugar-coated opinion. That's cool. I know what I feel that is, I truly believe. So everybody's entitled to their own opinion either way. But everybody enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe, stay free. God bless. And I understand that a lot of people are going to just say I'm crazy. I've been told that a lot in my life. Just like when I've told people about some of my dreams I have where I feel like I float from my body, also known as astral projection, out-of-body experiences. I stop telling people when I have dreams like that because sometimes I wake up and I'm conscious in another place, but I know that I'm sleeping in my bed and I'm able to move around freely and do certain things, but I can never hang on to it that long and it usually goes away.